Hey, Zane.
What is it, Jeffrey?
I got an idea.
I bet it's not drink as much as we did on the last episode.
Well, that's true, but this is second pour, so we are going to have to drink again.
That we will.
And today we're going to drink.
It's a rye, it's made by Jack, and it's not number 7.
That's right. And we're going to do that when?
Right after this. Welcome to Second Pour. I'm Zane.
And I'm Jeff.
And today we are going to go over
another Jack Daniels bottle. I think we have done Jack Daniels for a whole month.
Which is crazy because, this isn't, hoity-toity enough for our channel.
We're hoity-toity?
Like wearing the, I got a Hellboy shirt on, you've got your whiskey.
I like my whiskey neat.
Because we're so hoity-toity.
Somebody told me this week I like my whiskey plain. I'm like, that
doesn't make any sense.
You don't drink whiskey, do you?
I mean, do you drink it through a flannel filter?
Plain whiskey.
What the hell?
What is a plain
anyway,
whiskey?
All I'm going to say is this has actually been pretty fun.
Right, we've had a lot of Jack Daniels, and I think we've gone through most of the family.
Mostly.
Not all of it, obviously, but this is a single barrel rye. It is a barrel pick, but come on, I mean,
we're not gonna say where it came from.
I think the reason they call it single barrel rye is they intend for it to taste pretty similar to each other.
I'm gonna save Jeff the editing. It's okay. Single barrel is single barrel.
We all know single barrels vary from single barrel to single barrel, but
yes.
Overall, they should be similar because if they didn't, then it wouldn't be what they intended it to be.
That's why they make the mash bill the way they do.
That's
so that
exactly
it's
right.
Okay.
So I mean, I know it varies because of what place it's stored in and
how long
brick houses and how long it was there and the age
the heat
and
of the building.
Blah 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 blah. But this is, let's do it this way. This is a 47% ABV, which makes it a 94. Math. But also this is a mash bill of 70% rye, 18% corn, 12% malted barley. There is no age statement on this, and it is distilled by Jack Daniels Distillery and runs $50.
You mean to tell me this isn't an MGP product?
No, this is Tennessee.
What does MGP call themselves now?
I don't remember.
Doesn't matter because we're doing Jack Daniels.
That's right. Say we pour this up.
Yeah, let's do it.
And see what we think about Jack Daniels single barrel rye.
Roll that beautiful bee footage.
We don't have any bee footage.
No, it's right here.
No, this is the bee footage. What the hell are you doing?
In my mind, it's a lot cooler than it sounds.
The plus side, most of you guys won't see this, I'll just cut this out.
Yeah, when we do a Patreon, we're gonna reveal all the secrets.
God, we'll get canceled so fast, it'll be ridiculous.
Okay.
Hey, are you ready to do this?
I'm ready to smell
Now, what do we normally do, though, on a second pour episode? For those who may be the first timers here,
yeah,
we are a small YouTube channel.
So it's basically simple. We like to smell, go into taste, etc. Because what we want to do is give our opinions on all the aspects of it, all the way from taste to finish, from how it smelled, all those things, and then go back and tell what the expert master distiller has to say.
The distillery, the people who made it.
I like to call them factories.
The manufacturer.
Why do I call them factories?
I don't know, it's a distillery. They make whiskey.
Yeah, so them factory guys.
Yeah, those guys on the factory floor who made it.
That made it,
Yeah.
So
then we say at the end of this, we will give it a 5-finger rating, so that way.
Yeah, it's 1 through 5. 1 being, hey, it's good whiskey. 5 being, damn.
But we can get to that in a minute. For now, we're gonna do what to this?
We're gonna give it the smell.
Are you ready?
Yeah, no, now, don't forget, when you go to smell, keep your mouth open slightly. It helps to...
I did?
Keep your mouth open when you smell it.
And I did, right?
And close one nostril.
Okay,
wait a minute. Oh, that's better.
Okay, what's this smell like? Gosh, jeez.
What
just happened?
Now it's time to smell it. Let's do it.
There's a lot of fruity. You should never, ever do
Enunciate the word fruity one more time.
Fruity.
Okay, thank you.
No, there's a fruity aroma of that, right?
I think that the rye spice, the generic rye spice,
Are you getting pickle?
is muted.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I think that's what threw us off on our tasting we
Yeah.
did this week.
Yeah.
It's kind of a different rye, so.
I did get it though.
I didn't get it, you know.
I do think it's got that kind of a skunky pickle. Yeah. Oh shit. Now you can't compete with the nose here. That is
Did you
a
say
fact.
skunky pickle?
It's got a skunky pickle.
Skunky pickle? When was the last time you smelled a skunky pickle? We may not want to know the answer to that.
Listen, you gotta wash your hands sometime.
Okay, back to the whiskey.
I'm serious now.
Okay, so the oak is there, but it's very light. The rye is light. I still feel like the fruit is what's really standing out.
Yeah. Well, what I think what you're getting with the fruit to me is actually probably like more of that pickled, like the freshy dill has that top part of the smell before it gets into what you think is pickle.
Maybe, but I smell like it's like rhubarb.
That's interesting. You said
Right?
that.
I don't normally get.
No. I totally understand what you're saying.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
It's that kind of that bitter berry. But I mean,
No,
I've never noticed that before.
no, I get it. No, that's
You know what I'm
good.
saying?
No.
All right, so should we see what they say? I'm pretty sure rhubarb
It's not in
is
there.
not on there, or stinky pickle.
It's skunky.
I'm sure skunky pickle is not something that the distillery wants to put on their label.
Nice.
If you like,
aroma of skunky pickle
if you like skunky
mixed
pickle,
with allspice and cardamom.
who?
Cardamom.
Cardamom. Well, let's see what they say. This is gonna be really tough. They say sweet spice rye.
That means cardamom and skunky pickle.
No, I don't think that means skunky pickle. But okay, so now the back of the bottle. This is interesting though. The back of the bottle does say whiskey draws complex flavors of ripe fruit mingled with light toasted oak. So they kind of give us a hint what we should be getting. It doesn't say what the aroma is, but if you're saying it tastes like fruit,
Yeah, you should.
it's
get
gonna
some.
smell like fruit, right?
Yeah, right.
All right. So what do we do next normally?
Now it's time to go ahead and taste it.
Oh, should we taste it?
I think so.
And so we just kind of put it in our mouth open when we do that?
Yeah, you gotta.
Good.
Hey, yeah.
I'm going in.
Yes, you are.
I'm going. I feel like the rye spice is really muted in this. And this is 70% rye. How is that even possible?
Because, like, honestly, I get almost a malted flavor.
I see what you're saying on that. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of that American single malt kind of kick.
Yeah, and because of that, I feel like it gives a pretty good.
Smack factor.
What would you say the smack factor would be on this?
I don't feel like the smack factor is necessarily something that you have to really overplay, because I feel like the finish is really fast. However, the smack factor is what's necessary for pulling out.
I feel like a 2?
Yeah, I mean,
You feel like
I feel like there's more smack factor to it because it takes that to get the nuance, but then wait a minute. See how you're doing? Yes. That's the
3.
smack
We'll give it a
factor.
3.
All right, I can handle that.
Smack factor of
3,
3.
which is a completely obtuse scale that we develop. And
That's fine, because if we don't give them a scale for this, we could have a smack factor of 10 and they would never know which was good.
well,
Or it
sometimes
could
we
be a
might turn it
smack-
up to 11.
It might be a smack factor of 3.5, and that's the top. What do you think the finish is on this?
I honestly think it's pretty.
But we can't do that. Before that,
Hey, what do
should we
they
see what
say?
they say we should be tasting?
What should we
this?
be tasting?
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Vanilla, butterscotch, ripe fruit, and toasted oak. We kind of know that because some of it's on the back of the bottle.
Yeah.
So they really stretched on that one.
Maybe the heavy vanilla might.
The
Go
vanilla, I mean, here's the deal. We've
Because
always
that'll
talked
give you
about
that
this.
malted taste.
Vanilla is a standard bourbon flavor.
Yeah.
I know it's not bourbon, but it's a standard bourbon flavor. Butterscotch,
Yeah.
ripe fruit.
Ripe fruit as opposed to rotten fruit.
no, would you say it was
Skunky.
skunky pickle? I literally think we're just gonna have a pickle that runs across the screen.
Yeah. It's like Pepe Le Pew, and he's that little trail.
Oh, mon ami, look at my pickle. I am a deal, big deal.
Oh, you are getting canceled like a motherfucker.
Whatever. You know, you
Pepe
can't
Le
get
Pew.
canceled when nobody watches the show.
Cheers.
This is not something I would usually say, but things may be moving a little fast for moi.
So finish.
The finish, I think the finish is pretty medium.
Yeah, it finishes
not
with,
super
with a
fast,
linger
but-
on the tip of the tongue.
Yeah, it's just a small linger. But there is a note that I'm getting on that.
Oh, and I might add, I feel like this has quite a bit of legs, if you might note.
Well, you know, I've always found a lot of Jack Daniels is pretty oily.
I say that.
Except for like the
Like
bonding.
right now after I say it.
Give it a second. It's sticking to
Oh,
the
yeah.
glass.
Yeah,
and
there
so
it
you
is.
gotta-
Yeah, you can see it.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
for
oily.
sure. Yeah.
I mean, I would think with
Oh,
the
yeah, for
charcoal
sure.
filter going on.
It should be smooth as hell, but
Yeah, right? The Lincoln County process. You want to know more about that? You can click on this video.
believe
right
it or not.
here. All right, Jack Palance. Should we see what they say the finish is?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They say the finish is long rye spice, peppery earth finish. Peppery earth finish? I mean, is that like saying a really spicy dirt?
It could be. I mean, how do you like your dirt?
I mean, it's like mushrooms are earthy, right?
Yeah,
So is
that-
it a peppery mushroom finish?
It is not. Okay.
This is the kind of stuff that, you know.
I just don't agree with that at all.
No, I'm not seeing that. I feel like it's a nice, maybe caramely vanilla finish with something just sticking out a little bit, like almost like you were saying, like the shortbread or that malted barley finish. So some of that multi-meal finish.
I mean,
Earthy?
arbitrarily, how long does it take for a finish to go from medium to long?
We talked about this 30 seconds, right?
30 seconds?
Yeah, it's 30 seconds. If you're still kind of feeling that finish, you're hitting into that long category of a finish.
I know.
Medium, while I'm saying that, because it's not
From the
so
time I
quick.
drank it to the time I went
Yeah.
was like, what, 10 seconds at the most?
Yeah, so it's kind of a medium finish.
It's a medium finish.
Not a long finish. I mean, if this was 100 proof, I think you could maybe start getting into the longer finishes
And-
because it's going
and-
to stick a little longer because the oil's hanging on into your palate, right?
And peppery, I mean, I can't label any pepper at all that I would call that finish.
It's light. It's a light pepper.
I would definitely say that the rye spice, the spicy part is there.
You know, the rye spice is more prevalent in the finish.
Yeah. And that in itself is maybe
Yeah.
why they say pepper. But
So when they're saying rye spice is there, that is there.
Yeah.
That is really in the finish. It's still kind of hanging out there right now if you think about it. Well, does that make it a long finish?
no, because I don't taste it.
I mean, if you breathe in,
I've been breathing the whole time.
I'm gonna take a deep breath. Do you feel it still? Is the oxygen that you're bringing in bringing those oils back out?
I don't know. I'm, as they say, a little bit tainted.
Oh lordy! I think we should probably.
I will say
review
this. I will say this before we actually give it a
A
number,
rating.
What's the cost?
$50. $50. Now, this is a barrel pick, but I suspect the barrel pick, or if you just find a single barrel rye on the shelf at the store, it's going to be about the same price. So
Yeah.
It's not like they're upcharging that very much. All right, so we need to rate this, and we rate this on a.
5-finger scale.
That means 1 being that, you know, it's a good whiskey, it's tasty, we poured a finger in. If we didn't like it, we wouldn't even put it in the glass.
Yeah, that's right. That's what happens.
5 meaning like, listen, I'm not pulling this out when people come over to say they like to drink, but
Because
don't really
they won't
drink.
they won't appreciate it.
They just want to appreciate it. So this is saved for guys who I know, or gals, who love whiskey.
Yeah.
So 1 through 5, what are you saying today, Zane?
I'm gonna give it a 2-finger.
2 finger.
I
Why
see.
a 2?
It's because it's not the best rye I've ever had, and it's
Mm-hmm.
not the best like overall whiskey I've had. However, I feel like it has enough to offer that I would drink this as it goes along. But the price,
$50.
it's kind of steep a little bit there.
Aren't you finding that the average whiskey, good whiskey, is in that $60 to $90 range right now?
Well, you know,
So it's below that.
what I'm saying is I'm still feeling like I'm pre-pandemic pricing in my brain.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I feel like this is a 2 for me too.
Yeah.
Now that's sad because generally when we combine those at the end of the year, that makes it a 4, so
Yeah.
it kind of falls really flat. But I still agree with you. If this was in the cabinet,
Yeah, I would drink
I
it.
would pour and
I would
drink it.
It's just, I think price point and whatnot, I have other ryes I'd reach for.
But now here's the think about this for a second. How many other ryes we've had,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're in there $50. Is this meeting that? I don't feel like it is. Now, if they did a cast strength version of this,
Ooh, that might be fun.
See, so are we saying it's a 2 because it's not in the range we want to see our cast, our rise?
It just is missing whatever this is. It just needs this.
Because those cast strength single barrel ryes are really popular with Jack Daniels. They're just rare.
Yeah. I don't think it's ass or anything like
Not
that
at
at
all.
all. I think it's actually pretty good.
We're talking about a company that's been around for well over 100 years now.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we can't trash Jack Daniels. They have established themselves as a king of whiskey. So
I'm making it clear. I would drink this.
in the meantime, you guys be sure to like, share, and
So subscribe.
like, share, and
Subscribe.
and then don't forget to ding Zane's dong, because
That's the only way you're gonna know when we put out new content.
which is usually on Wednesdays for
Regular whiskey pop,
and Fridays for
single pour. Wait,
No.
second pour. It's never a single. It's a lie.
Have we ever single poured anything, Zane?
It's bullshit. It's like,
So in the meantime, be sure to be cool this week, drink safe.
and take your oar with your whiskey because you're gonna be swimming up that river.
In the meantime, you guys continue to be cool. We'll see you next week.
Cheers.
Cheers.